So the ferryman wasn't kidding. I'm pretty sure my clothes are now 50% lice by volume. As long as I'm down by the ocean, I figure I'm gonna go hop on in. I'm mostly resistant to radiation. Here's hoping all the little creepy coralies I managed to pick up in that bed will be long gone.
It is I, Professor Calvert. Don't bother looking around. I'm in your mind. But aren't you Desmond's faithful little employee? Coming to gum up my work, are we? Well, I have a better idea. How about instead of playing his game, you destroy that nasty little device?
No, I'm not gonna side
Deposit
with
it in a
the brain in
nearby
a
trash
jar.
compactor, and we will never have to worry about it again. I assure you that the gratitude of Professor Calvert is worth a great deal more than that of a washed-up old limey.
As long as I'm here, I might as well get this done. Ferris wheel has no power. Okay.
You fool! What have you done? You will pay for this. Pay! No one betrays me. Do you And you will suffer this. You and that ghoul both pay coming for you.
I don't think this actually counts as betraying. I was never on your side in the first place. Oh right, these guys are tough. Zero. Okay, so these guys are actually doing a bit of damage. Let's see if I can get a better position. Oh! They just keep taking bullets, eh? Okay, I'm gonna have to start munching either stim packs or get in a better spot with some cover. So if I have to pick between a brain and a jar... Now, the ghoul, Desmond, he is a jerk. But I don't think he's ever tried to give the impression that he's anything else. He seems at least like a genuine jerk instead of the brain in the jar who's actively giving people lobotomies to get minions. Now, these guys are going to be a bane for sure unless I deal with them. It's a lot. They're a lot of experience points. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I just managed to miss with both with a bunch of those, but one of those I definitely did hit. So yeah, there's some clip in there. Oh. I'd really rather not burn through healing supplies. It's not like I'm low on healing supplies. It's just if I can get away with with not using them, you know I'm going to. Go ahead and put some food down and hop in the drink, which has the added bonus of healing me faster thanks to Ghoulish. It'll probably also give me a disease. So I've gone and thrown out my last outfit, but this one that I've been carrying for a while on. Somehow it seems to have survived the night without picking up any of the crawlies, so this will at least see me until I get back to the Commonwealth. As long as we're fleeing from tribals that apparently we can't hit, let's see what this place is. Well, bit of loot. Is this... workable bed, because finding another bed, it's not a huge priority, but I'd rather not have to go through yet another outfit. Oh, bed right there. That isn't interactable. Marcella's tent. Oh, oh, you have the same outfit I do.
Go with God, child.
Whoa, okay.
Hey,
Greetings, child. I'm Marcella, missionary and student of the faith. How are you?
We don't have to assume that she's a doomsday cult. Shouldn't you be at the cathedral with the tribals? Let's see what she has to say to that.
That's an ironic choice of words, actually. That cathedral was once a sanctuary of the faith, true. Those who inhabit it now, however, are not of the faith and won't suffer my presence. So no, child. That cathedral is no place for me.
Interesting. You piqued my curiosity.
Would you like me to recite some scripture, or did you just want to know more about the faith?
I really wanted to know more about you. Tell me about you being a missionary.
I was raised at the Abbey of the Road, where I was educated until I could receive my rites of mission. That's when I first left the Abbey.
What's your mission?
We try to improve the state of the wasteland by doing good where we can, and by spreading the word of the Bible.
Well, as long as you're doing good.
We also recover and restore religious relics that we can find, but that's a secondary goal.
I think I got the idea.
Go with great care.
I'm not inherently against people trying to spread their religion while doing good. There is a bit of a conflict of interest there, you know. People might feel obligated to, well, you know, I would imagine anyone who felt an obligation to show any sort of preference toward a faith or for the purposes of receiving aid are probably just doing it lip service. Yeah, I'll sit here and pray if you're giving me free food. Well, that's certainly not an accident on the horizon. Let's go and see what this place has in store. Not sure if I should assume that this is a place where I'm going to be attacked. Generally speaking, if you're going to be attacked, it happens like right away. Do we have 3 bags of yeast here? If I can turn in just that portion of the quest, I'm probably going to be headed past there momentarily. So let's grab 3 bags of yeast, just see if that pushes the quest forward. It's still probably not going to happen. Clean gray suit. Let's have a peek. You never know. I might be able to work some magic with this. Okay, so the fact that this doesn't count as stealing.
Keep your distance. What are you doing in my house?
It was a landmark. Ooh, a charisma check.
You're in Blackhall Manor. This isn't a tourist attraction. But I appreciate your good taste. Come, let's talk.
I'll oblige him.
Good, good. People should be able to sit and have a conversation, especially in times like these. Civil discourse, the greatest of our lost arts. Wouldn't you agree?
You know, I do like this answer. I usually bludgeon first and ask questions never. That's quite the line. But no, I honestly agree with him.
I'm glad you think so. Conversation is but one of the virtues that separates us from cretins like those swamp folk. Swamp folk who, I should mention, absconded with a book, a precious family heirloom. I wanted to ask you, friend, will you get it back?
Yeah, I'm gonna want to hear what you're giving me for it.
Cash, plain and simple.
Oh,
Return
fair
with the
enough.
book and I'll pay you 1,000 caps. No questions asked.
1,000 caps, you say? We need 1,000 caps. We'll do it.
Good. The fools who stole it believe it has powers, so the thing is probably well guarded.
Does it?
There's a ritual site east of the boardwalk, in the basement of a ruined house. I think you'll find it there. Bring it back to me, and be paid. What else do you want to discuss?
Yeah, I think I got the idea.
Don't get yourself killed.
Well, you probably don't actually care. Thanks for pretending. That's awfully courteous of you. Well, hello again.
Wait a moment. I need to know. Has Obadiah sent you in search of a book?
Well, you didn't say anything about keeping that a secret.
I thought as much. Listen to me very carefully, child.
Well, don't
You
patronize me for
mustn't
calling me
bring it to
child.
him. That book is known as the Krivbekna, and it's a thing of evil purpose.
So let me guess, that's why you're here. What are you on about?
Yes, the Krivbekna. The Black Hall family has a long, evil history with the book. It was lost to them long ago, but it's found a way back to Point Lookout, and Obadiah seeks to reclaim it.
Why do you want it so badly? What do you plan to do with it?
Obadiah is no better than the heathens he's asked you to steal it from. He believes he can use it to control them, and God knows what else. There's a way to destroy that damned thing. I intend to do just that.
I'll consider bringing it to you.
I ask no more. You can find me at my tent on the beach, south of Blackhall.
Yeah, I
God
remember
bless
it.
your path, child.
So this strikes me as one of those err on the side of caution sort of things. Form a judgment about a book based on its name seems close-minded, but still, that's an awful lot of consonants and not a lot of vowels, and that doesn't tend to bode well. So as long as I'm out in the middle of nowhere here, and I think this is about as nowhere as you can possibly get, I am going to track down that internment camp again and see if I can't find the location of that missing officer. Frog and T-pose. Alright, so back at this creepy place, which at least had sterile beds. I wouldn't call them clean. Let's see if we can't find the remains or a computer or something. Now, I've already been through and looted this place, so I'm not allowed to take anything, but I can poke around in computers. Are you a functioning computer? You look like a functioning computer. So it confirmed that she is in the morgue downstairs. Let's see if we can't figure out where downstairs is in this place. I thought that was like a storm shelter door there. Like this one. You know, I should probably keep my weapon out. Never know if I'm going to come across ghouls. I see you. Septic tunnel axe. You know what? If I don't have to go into the sewer, I'm not going to. Well, has anyone ever opened up something in a video game and then left it alone? Maybe in like a Silent Hill game or something. All the other Fallout games, 1, 2, 3, and New Vegas, were pretty good about choices actually mattering. Fallout 4, it's not completely bereft of it. And it's certainly more than games like, say, Mass Effect. What Mass Effect always did very well was giving you the illusion of choice. Even Mass Effect 2, which seems to put a lot on you, you still wind up doing the exact same thing in the end. It just gives you sort of a score sheet at the end, which is your closing animation.
You finding your way around, sweetie?
I have yeast for you.
You said you'd mend the still, sweetie. When did you plan on getting to that exactly?
I don't. Batteries for that extra kick. I got the
I
yeast.
see. Thank you kindly for these. Don't be a stranger now.
Now, when I say that a game that like Mass Effect doesn't have a lot of choice in it. That's not me being critical of it. Mass Effect 2's on just about everyone's, top 10 games of all time list, and it belongs there. And the other ones were good too. I think the criticism of Mass Effect 3 was a little unjust. Oh, you made the best game of all time up till then. How dare you make a game that doesn't meet that standard? But, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But what those games managed to do better than just about anything else was give the illusion of choice when there really was none. Even though you could sort of choose what order you did the missions in, Mass Effect 2 was still an incredibly scripted game. But that's what they were making. They they were making a presentation and they did a damn good job of it. So I spied this cave on my way back and forth through here a couple times. Either that or I saw it on a map that I looked at online. I mean, I saw it from the water. Let's have a peek, see what we're gonna find in here. This is a bit bigger than I was anticipating. And it's gonna be a bit of a pain to edit this down because I'm gonna stop for all the glowing fungus, but at the same time, what is that caption on the bottom? At the same time, I don't want to have 5 minutes of this video be me picking up glowing fungus. Okay, that's creepy on so many levels, unless it's like actually a baby, which I don't know. Would that constitute creepy? That there's a baby down here? I mean, I suppose well, okay. Now that we have snarling attached to that, I definitely think we're going with creepy. Let's have the automatic out. Oh, jeez. What do you guys? What do you think? Was that meant to be like a flashbang, or is there a possibility that it was a bug? Let's operate under the assumption that that was meant to happen. That was a baseball flinger, I guess. What do they call those? Pitching? Whoops. Pitching machines, are they? Not a lot of baseball in my childhood. So I do have the space. I need 6 of those. Yeah, that would be my entire inventory. You know what? I'm gonna pick them up, and I can always drop them. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, and see where we wind up. Whether we wind up picking up 6 of them. 60 pounds. I'm sure we can get all the punga we want from the tribals. Does that constitute looting? The people there just sort of live there. I don't know. I'll have to think about whether or not going back there to get punga would violate my rules. Is that a person or is that another trap? Kenny. Okay, well, I'm gonna have a peek back and forth before I go figure out what a Kenny is. Black Damp Shaft. Now, normally, what you would assume when you see a name like Kenny, it's a person, but that's not necessarily the case, now is it? The same way that we saw something called Swan, and, well, I don't think that was a particularly good description of what we actually wound up coming across when we met Swan. Are we on good terms with this guy? Because that looks like a kid, and I know in the later Fallout games at least, shooting kids was something you weren't allowed to do. We might have a MacCready moment here. Hello?
Well, hello.
Sorry for shooting you. So I guess he's not voiced. Get out of here, lady. Aren't you afraid the ghost will get you? Ghost? Where? We'd better get out of here. If it looks you in the eyes, your brain will melt.
Uh-huh.
So the traps were all you? What if it was? I've bagged meaner than you, and I'll do it again. Settle down, I'm not here to hurt you. My name's Kenny, and I'm the boss of this mine. Seems like a good hideout. I could use a place to crash and stash my gear. So he says, you didn't try to kill me, and you seem pretty nice for a grown-up, but still, how do I know I can trust you? I literally shot this kid. I didn't realize he was a kid when I did it, but I saw something shooting, and I did put a bullet in it. I'm not gonna hurt you. I just need a hideout from time to time. I guess you can stay here when you need to, and you can leave your stuff. I won't mess with it. I don't buy that, but it's nice of you to say. I still don't plan to. I mean, well, my rule set doesn't allow it. Want to play hide and seek or tag or something? No. No.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how much I do not want to do those things. Let's play another time. Fine, I didn't want to play with you anyway.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, pint-sized slasher mask. It's kind of junk. If you know your Fallout 3, you know the reference there, but that's kind of junk, and yeah, I have no interest in that. So we had an option to go further in. Let's go ahead and do that. Creepy ass shadows. I wonder if we're going to see any more swamp folk in here. The impression that I think it's oh, well, we're going to wind up down there, so let's actually yeah, if we have a shot on it, let's go ahead and take it. I've never been down here before. I guess I never came across it before. I have no idea what to expect down here. Although, I suppose Mirelurks is not a big surprise. I can hear them skittering in both directions, so, what do we have? Do we go left or right first? Left looks like a dead end, so let's go that way first. Check to make sure the guns are still loaded, or were reloaded. And let's leave out old Punchy, as long as we're fighting something that's going to come to us anyway. You know, I've been racking my mind as to why I feel compelled to use the plural pronouns. I don't typically identify as they. I don't know, something about Let's Play. I think a lot of Let's Players use we. I guess the idea is, you know, you're coming along the adventure with me, so we're gonna go do this. I don't know, I guess it just feels natural. So what are we gonna find down here? Imagine we're probably at the bottom of that pit from earlier. Ooh. That's a pretty awesome noise. I mean, it's a creepy noise. It's not that creepy, but it's a pretty cool noise. I have no idea where they would have gotten it. Oh, let me guess. The kid dropped his bear down the chute. Is this a dead end? looks like a dead end. Okay, let's see if it's the kid's bear. Given the layout, that very much seems like, you know, the end of the quest or whatever. Maybe he's gonna give me something useful. Hey again, kid.
Hi there.
You know what? I'm gonna put this away before I accidentally punch him. No? Do I not have that option? There you go. I found a teddy bear. I mean, it says I found your teddy bear, but I don't know how I would know that. Kenny Bear, you're the greatest. I'm assuming there's more to it than that, so tell me about the mine. It isn't much, but it's home. I don't know. Why are you hiding down here? So there's a rumor it's haunted, and he figures that'll protect him, and that seems odd because we've come across both Mirelurks and we came across swamp folk down here, so that's not really working. How this kid is still alive is a bit of a mystery, but so he's using bear traps to scare them off. Fair enough. Okay, well, I guess that's the sum total of what we do down here. We found a kid's teddy bear. Punga. No, if I start picking up Punga, I won't have enough room for vision batteries, which kind of negates the whole purpose of the exercise. So let's head on out. After a bit of sightseeing to the north, let's go ahead and find the unpronounceable book. Never turned down some free XP though. So he said something about a ritual site. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to mean. Well, let's be fair. These swamp folk aren't exactly the most creative folk out there, so it's probably something creepy and involves sacrifice, and we're walking into the middle of it. As we do. Well, let's go for the headshots. The headshots seem to really be working. I don't like 50%, but let's go ahead. Okay, I really should just be putting down headshots, apparently. BBs. Well, they don't have weight, and they have value, so let's... BB gun, eh? Well, it's interesting, and I'm glad that they're including things like that, but yeah, we have no use for a BB gun. Okay, so we're not taking brain fungus. Well, this is... Oh, I was expecting to actually see a human head there. I don't know why... well, a doll's head, does that constitute less creepy? I think it does. Yeah, it does. Still... You know, it seems less creepy and more that they're trying to scare people away. And trying to scare people away is like antithetical to creepy. Sort of. Seems kind of angsty if nothing else. Oh. Hello, Quantum. This actually looks like the way forward, so let's have a quick peek this other direction. Oh, well, this looks like the way forwards too. And that looks like the way forwards, and this is a maze. Great. Hopefully all these lead to the same place. I know. A lot of people like their mazes. I'm just not a fan. I don't think it's for my preference, it's not a ideal way to pad out a game. But you know, if you enjoy your mazes, don't let me tell you you're doing it wrong.
There was no ratty.
Yeah, there's more than one of them, so let's go ahead. Crit him in the head. and then we'll go for headshots on him. Am I hitting the table in front of me? Nope. Alright, now do I want to poke around, see what else there is to find here? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Did I miss any of that? No. I certainly don't, I don't recall the insides and outsides of this. The basics of it, yes, but you recall I didn't remember that it was a maze. Although realistically, this isn't much of a maze, although I'm still getting moving hidden markers, so there is still something down here. Alright, we had one more path to check out. I'm thinking, yeah, up was correct. Alright, so this was the path that I thought was the correct path in the first place. Is this actually a dead end? You know, I was curious. I think every one of you knew that I was planning on doing that the second that I aimed at it. I'll remember that if something's attacking me and it's near near one of those. I guess that's a natural gas pocket. Well, let's give it a try. Didn't really do much in the way of damage. Okay, so headshots. Wrong gun. I'm just shooting his buddy. An interesting last word. Just as you're dying. Ah, shit. Get rounds back in these guns. I guess the only purpose for that particular direction is so that you can get ambushed from behind. Lovely. But I've seen enough of that creepy place, so I think I'm perfectly happy not knowing if I missed something down there. So I figure I'm gonna take the book to the person that's not offering me any money for it. I may not give it to her. I mean, I do want the money. I could come back later to do the ghoul thing, but you know, I'm here, and you know, if that guy will give me 1,000 caps for it, that's awfully tempting. Let's see if she has any dialogue. You know, makes a case to not give it to the guy. That's a great visual with the sunset there. I think you really get that in the Commonwealth. I sure did. That didn't sound like swamp folk.
Must have been the wind.
Smugglers. Well, let's go for headshot. Ooh, that's one of those rifles. Well, of course it's one of those rifles. It's one of those sniper rifles. Okay. So we're not done. Ooh, what did he have? Oh, 32 caliber pistol. Interesting. Okay, so something big and plasma just exploded over there. Wonder if he threw a grenade at me and it just didn't do a very good job of it. Getting any, Yeah, he had plasma grenades. Okay, well, that doesn't bode well. Maybe she did a decent enough job of hiding? Oh, safe key. So, yeah, I guess she didn't make it. Last words.
They attacked while I slept. I don't expect to survive. I only pray that you haven't taken that book to Obadiah. You must take up my mission. There is one way to utterly destroy the Krivbekne, but you must take a pilgrimage far north of Point Lookout in the Commonwealth. Seek a place called Dunwich. Within is an obelisk, itself a wicked thing. It'll consume the book. You need only press the book to its surface. May God shed his blessings upon you, child. Make haste to Dunwich. My God, I am sorry for all my sins with all my heart, in choosing to do wrong and failing to do good. I have sinned against you, whom I should.
That actually sounds like a pretty cool quest. In Fallout 3, it asks you to take it to the Dunwich building. I wonder if they added a new building for the Fallout 4 revision. I wonder if I'm actually going to bother finding it. I'm going to take it to Blackhall and see what he has to say about, sending people to kill this woman. Because I'm pretty sure that, I mean, let's be honest. He's the one that sent them. So let's see what he has to say. First, I'm going to drop off a whole bunch of excess weight. So I currently have 125 glowing fungus on me, which in the Commonwealth, I mean, that's an insane number. And I'm not dropping it. I'm going to be very happy to bring all that home with me. I don't know if there's that many glowing fungus plants in the entirety of the Commonwealth, but, yay. So let's see what this guy has to say regarding, the demon book and the murder. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we know which side of the good evil spectrum this guy falls on. So during the load screen there, it hit me. There's a possibility this guy just sort of saw a mercenary walk in and figured, well, the book's evil, but I don't want to go into a whole thing about, why I need it and, I plan on destroying it or whatever. Rather than tell her it's evil and who knows what she's going to do with it, why don't I just flash a bunch of caps in her face and see if I can get the book back? And let's be honest, it almost worked because I kind of need that money. But let's pry into this a
You
little bit
should have
further.
seen this place 30 years ago. The book! You found it! Quickly, give it to me.
Let's hear a bit more about it.
Surely you're not considering giving it to Marcella. Come now, the woman can't rub two caps together. Give it to me and be paid.
So it's interesting the way that this is phrased. Marcel's dead, actually. I figure you had something to do with that. That almost suggests that he doesn't know.
Can't say that I did, but that's all the more reason you should give the book to me.
I don't know about that.
Hey there.
We had a bargain, roughneck. Hand the book over and collect your fee.
That's kind of true. I told him I would do it, but yeah, I don't think I'm going
There's
to.
no reason in your keeping that book. My book. Talk to me again when you've come to your senses.
At this point, I am kind of sort of robbing the guy. I would have never known it was there if he didn't tell me. It is, I mean, even Marcelo implies it's his book. So, well, we're still leaving. So I could wax philosophical about whether or not we have enough evidence to really know who's in the right, who's in the wrong. Maybe he didn't know about the murder and all that. But I can think of one very, very compelling reason to not give him the book. And that's because the other side of the mission is to mash the book. What's this? Oh, not surprising. It's to mash the book against the core of a living building. And that sounds really cool. So, given that it's a video game and that the fate of nothing actually hangs in the balance other than the game, that's exactly what I plan on doing. So let's go ahead and hit up the two stores in the area. Hopefully they've regenerated their caps. Because if they do, I've got tons and tons and tons of stuff to sell. Probably thousands of caps worth. And I only need to make up about 300. So cross your fingers. Let's see if either of the shops have restocked their caps. Now, I don't know if the tribals have despawned. And they really put up a fight, so...
Something.
Oh, no. They have not despawned. Wonder if, well, it's giving me a... Let's take the headshots. Okay, well, this will definitely hit.
Protect and serve.
Alright, am I able to trade with you right
Greetings
now?
once again, young traveler. Do you have a need?
I need caps. So she did indeed have, she had 200 caps on her, which isn't enough. Puts me about 31 caps shy. Oh, come on. But there is one more store.
Welcome back to Haley's Hardware.
Tell me you have money.
Look around. It's all here.
So the answer was no. No, he did not have any more money. There is a way to potentially get another 200 caps. I believe that's what I was offered to help the moonshiner. Is that what you call someone who makes moonshine? Oh, it's funny, an infection which is debilitating as heck at the beginning of the game is now just click, 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 dealt with. At the stores, what I was able to pick up was
Hey.
the rest of the fission batteries I need. So let's drop those off. We can see about getting that
You
punga.
said you'd mend the steel, sweetie. When did you plan on getting to that exactly?
That's just not happening.
We need to gather up the ingredients. I thought so. Those things do carry a smell, don't they? Let me take them off your hands then.
Let's go ahead and hit up the cathedral and see whether or not we can get 10 refined or 20 wild punga and finish that quest. Was that the, I think that was where the mercenaries were camped out. Was that last episode or the episode before? Yeah, I think that was the mercenary camp. What do we have up here? Fresh map marker. $126. Okay, well, I'm guessing this might be necessary. Oh, lighthouse bulb.
Excellent.
There we go. Well, not sure what I'm gonna need that for, but it sure made a fuss about it being something, so okay. Probably drop that broken lighthouse bulb, but right now I don't think weight's a huge issue. Now that I dropped off 60 pounds of fission batteries.
I heard something. I'm gonna go check it out. There you are!
Oh, right, these guys aren't gonna be friendly, are they? I didn't even think about that. Okay, well, I still want the punga fruit, so, you know, these guys still have plenty valuable stuff on them. It's just, there's nowhere to sell it. Alright, so there's going to be punga growing out here. This looks good. I mean, I'm getting a lot of it, and I bet you there's more inside.
Who's there? Help me out over here! Victory!
These guys are definitely not the same tribals as I was dealing with earlier. Although, I do have a bunch more adrenaline than I had before. Although, it seems like the difference in how difficult these are is more than you'd expect to find from a 50% damage bonus. I am guessing that I've got at least one of the two ingredients in adequate quantity. Yeah, I have 39 refined bunga. So I have lots and lots and lots. Let's get back to the still, or get back to the moonshiner. So with that having proved to be far, far easier than expected, this mission that I initially scoffed at actually wound up coming in quite handy. Let's turn this in. I have good news.
Look at you.
Hey there.
You said you'd mend the still, sweetie. When did you plan on
Let's talk about the
We
tonic.
need to gather up the ingredients.
You mean I have to? This enough?
I see you sprung for the refined fruit. Good for you, sweetie.
All right. Does that, she has to brew it?
Don't be a stranger now.
I suppose I should have seen the fact that since there's a still, it wasn't going to happen instantly. Here's hoping that it doesn't take too long. I really would like to get that mission done, you know, before before I leave the map. But since the last bed I went and slept in was about as unpleasant as beds can be, let's see if I can't find the first bed that I slept in. I think this will be it up here. I did a full lap of Point Lookout today. Went and found some crazy book and didn't take 1,000 caps for it. Put the jammer on top of the Ferris wheel. Finished off the Moonshine quest and got to the next stage in the Chinese Spy quest. Now it hits me that this is probably the first day in a long, long time we haven't had a level up. But that'll have to wait for tomorrow, and I will see you all then.